we see any of you soft lunching this holiday season?
That's a good question.
Facts.
Yeah, I can put this card down.
The concept of closing chapters has always been powerful. It's that moment to reflect, reset, and realign before the next season of life begins. I'm your host, Brian McIntosh, and as the lights go up and the years wind down for the holidays, we're taking a moment to look back at the journey, the wins, the lesson, and the legacy we built together. And joining me on the couch today are three men who represent Black excellence in every form, from the booth to the big screen. First up, we have a music icon and certified hitmaker who sold over 500 million records worldwide. And now, in his new So-So Duff era, he's still shaping the future of music. He's a Grammy Award-winning producer and a Songwriters Hall of Famer. Let's give it up for the legendary Jermaine Dupri, man.
What's up?
My man. It's a blessing to have you here, man. You have an amazing year. Now, this next brother you've seen all over your Netflix screens. As Roy and Tyler Perry's Beauty in Black, he helped drive the show to #1 globally in just his first week. And he's not stopping there. He's stepping into music and proving he's the next big name in Black media. He's a father, music producer, and rising star in Hollywood. It's a pleasure to welcome Julian Horton to the show.
Appreciate you, brother.
My man, absolutely, man. Congrats to everything you're doing
I
this year.
appreciate you.
And finally, we have one of the biggest young stars on television today. Going from breakout talent to leading man as Tariq St. His rise has been nothing short of legendary. He's an actor, business mogul, and the NAACP Image Award winner, the one and only, the Michael Rainey Jr. Absolutely. Yo, all my young YNs have been like pressed to have you here, bro. It's a big deal getting you here on the show, bro. Nah, for real, man. So appreciate all y'all. What I appreciate most about this episode is, we have three fellas right here, living the same story, but in different chapters. You already have built a legacy. You're living in a legacy right now, and you're building it up, with the year that you're having, man. So I love, where you guys are, but I'm curious, as we reflect on 2025 and going into 2026 in this new year, man, I'm curious, the chapters where you guys are in, right? Are you building, are you sustaining, or are you elevating? What's your focus this year? Julian, I'm gonna come to you first.
Right now, the chapter I'm in right now, brother, I definitely would say building and sustaining. You get an opportunity on Beauty in Black to be on the biggest streaming service in the world, to work with one of the biggest moguls in Tyler Perry. That's an opportunity, you know what I'm saying? And I've done everything I can to utilize the position as best as I can and go into other areas and fuel the next thing that I want to do. So with this, you can also be like an actor and just chill, or you can keep on doing what you can to keep on building your portfolio. So right now I'm doing everything I can to build it and sustain it so I can be a name that lasts forever.
Michael, I'm coming to you.
I would say I'm doing all three, you know what I'm saying? Being that I've been on this show for, 10 years, it's kind of been like the same kind of, regimen for me for 10 years. So now, being that it's over, this is probably like the first year that I, a full year of me, not really being on set consistently all the time, you know what I'm saying? So I'm definitely building, definitely sustaining, but trying to, just step into that next level, just step into that next level, kind of be looked at in a different light, because when you're in a, a character for such a long time, it's kind of easy for people to look at you, in one certain way. So I would definitely say I'm definitely doing all three, but mostly evolving, trying to evolve and just get to that next step.
Nah, for sure. JD, I'm gonna come to you in a second, but you said over, so is it really over? Because we saw the last scene, it wasn't given that, brother, so where we at?
Listen, man, well, as far as Tariq, he's out of here, that the Ghost story came to an end, season 4 season 4 we ended, and I couldn't say I'm happy about the show ending. Obviously, I think it was a pretty open ending. I feel like there was a lot more things that could have happened, so I wouldn't say I'm happy, but I'm also I'm not too mad about it, Everybody loved it. Everybody's like, why is it ending rather than when is it ending? So I'd rather that, rather than it just being drug out. So
sure.
Yeah, I'm it's all about God's timing as well. So
yeah.
If that's when God said it's chapter done, next chapter.
For sure, and it's clear to say if the opportunity presented itself, you would come back.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Nah.
Yeah, I'm all about giving the people what they want, and that's what they want. So if the opportunity presents itself, call my phone, I'm here.
Nah, for sure. So JD, y'all come to you, man. What chapter are you in right now as you go into this new year?
I think all three, like he said, you build something. It's very interesting how long it take you to build it and how fast it can be torn down. So the protecting part of building something that you built for years is actually harder than actually building it. Like protecting it and making sure that don't nobody just like destroy it, because it can be destroyed in like 5 to 10 minutes. So, I'm sustaining on that part, and then I'm building, continue to keep building and doing what I do, but also elevating, elevating Atlanta, elevating just everything that I always been about. Continue to keep pushing forward. So all three.
Nah, I love that answer, man. And it's dope because we have you sitting here with a young OG in the game. You definitely one of the OGs, but you started as a young OG in the Houdini video. I think you was like 12 in that video, man.
Yeah.
Started as a child star, teenage star, and have elevated in this career so many years later, man. Why do you, just speak to how starting so young in the industry helped shape your career?
When you're young, you don't really have too much to worry about as like in life. Your focus, if you become a young entertainer or actor, whatever it is, that's your focus at that age. It's not like you got to worry about too much any other things besides going to school. And so I always encourage people to if you can start as young as you can, that's the best time to do it, because you have more time to actually get things done. Once you start getting into 19, 20, 21, that's when life starts, and life that you never even knew start. And it's people calling your phone for bills. It's people, it's all kind of things going on in your life that you didn't see from 12. Definitely for me, for 12 to 17, it was just a clear path of just me being able to do whatever I wanted to do. And as long as I put my mind to it, I was in that space only, right? And that allowed me to just really, really get my skills to where they need to be. And a lot of people, I don't think people understand that. Age is just a number. It's your mind is, you make your mind what you want your mind to be, right? And I think that as the internet takes over the world, people can start realizing that. Before, they probably didn't never see that, but now people can see, kids basically see everything. It's nothing that's hidden to kids. So at a young age, kids should be all trying to focus on what they need to get done before they get to that door. Because that door open, and it's just your time is not the same anymore. So I feel like the younger you are, the better the focus.
Nah, for sure. Let me get your reaction to what he just said.
That's 1,000% correct, because I started off in the film industry when I was 9 years old, 10 years old. My first movie I did, I was 9, turning 10. I moved to Italy for it, and I feel like being that young, I was just a sponge to everything, I was just absorbing everything. I learned the language probably in a month or two. You know what I'm saying? I learned the whole script probably a few weeks. I learned the script before I even knew what I was saying. So it was just at that age, you could just learn so much at such a fast pace. You just gotta take advantage of that, especially nowadays, we got so many resources. There's so much, so much things that you could use on the internet. You just gotta put all of that to your, use all of that as your disposal, you know what I'm saying? When you're young, you just gotta use your resources. Yeah. Especially now, we're in 2025 going to 2026. It's resources are endless.
Nah, for sure. Like I said earlier, man, it's a big deal having you here, man. You definitely lead of the YN movement. You know what I'm saying? You kind of getting that Bow Wow type energy. You can relate to that. You know what I'm saying? Where people are chasing you down. You know what I'm saying? Just speak to how that feels to be so young in your career, but you kind of getting the Morris Chestnut, Will Smith treatment at a young age, like Bow Wow used to get. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, it's a blessing. At first, I kind of never really understood how to deal with it, because I don't know, I was just young and I didn't really realize why people are reacting to what I'm doing in the way that they were reacting. You know what I'm saying? I would go certain places, people yo, all type of crazy stuff. People banning me from their cities for no reason. I'm 12 years old at this time. I'm what the hell, bro?
For sure.
I'm bugging. And then probably a season 2 after that, I'm the same shit is going on. The same stuff is going on. I'm all right, I'm getting a reaction out of them. So I guess I'm doing something right. As an actor, if you're not making people mad or happy or something, then you ain't doing nothing. So
Drew, I feel like me and you connect, because I always joke, even when it comes to getting this show, I was a late bloomer. I'm in my 30s now, and I feel like I'm just scratching the surface of my career. Kind of like you, where we have some child stars here, people started young. Me and you, we're starting our career in our 30s, and you having this amazing year on Netflix. I think everybody knows Roy at this point. You know what I'm saying? You go to the grocery store, everybody know Roy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How do we go from, going into college, you playing in the SEC, to now you're here on the #1 show on Netflix for Tyler Perry Studios? How did we get here?
I think it's all God, bro. It's all God. I think you know, I used to be, when I was young, I'm gonna be a millionaire, 125. You know what I'm saying? And think about getting certain things, but I wasn't ready to get those certain things. And God had to prepare me and really sit me down and lay the foundation out to really receive those things when they came. So I look at my life, bro, and it's just like I've been able to live a normal, tough life and go through a lot of ups and downs. And that's why it shapes me who I am today. When I get this position, it shapes me to be humble and very grateful and do everything I can to be with the people. Because I've been in certain situations that was messed up and crazy, you know what I'm saying? Football taught me a lot, life taught me a lot. And just going through a lot of ups and downs have taught me a lot. So now when I get this position, God is really preparing me for it. And I couldn't have had it when I was young. I would have gone buku crazy. So now I'm 33 and I got a kid and I got more stability. I'm able to handle it way better and more efficiently.
I love that answer because I think a lot of people look at you, they look at Michael, and it's like they see the instant success, and then they expect it to happen that way. It doesn't always happen that way, bro. Like you said, you thought you was gonna be 25, me too.
Yeah.
I thought at 25 I'm gonna be a millionaire, I'm gonna have an Oscar, I'm gonna do all these cool things. 25, I was just graduating college trying to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, it takes, for some of us, it takes time. It takes time, it's a marathon, not a sprint. So just speak to how patient you had to be during your journey, but also emphasize the importance of being ready when your number is called.
You know, I always tell people this right here, because a lot of people, yo, I want to be an actor, man, what I gotta do? And this is the thing I tell people all the time. It's like, I usually give people human advice before I give any acting advice, because you gotta be a great human foundationally and fundamentally before we can talk about the craft. So it's like, with me, ever since I was young, bro, my whole mentality has been like, if I got God, I got the greatest thing I can receive in this life.
Yeah.
And that allowed me to not put pressure on other things and be desperate for other things. So allowed me not to lose myself and put value and compare myself to other people when they were getting certain things. So allowed me to be humble and say, you know what, when my time's up, my time's gonna come. That's it. I'm gonna keep trusting God, doing my thing, keep working, keep getting better at the craft. Because at the end of the day, it's like, I've been acting for 10 years though. Now they just seeing me though because it's on Netflix.
Yeah.
And I've been with Oscar winners, I've been with Emmy winners, and it didn't do shit. And it did nothing. But at the end of the day, now you're going to streaming service, you're going to Stars, you're going to Netflix, now they see you. But the whole time, you're working, you're being humble, you're going through ups and downs. We went through a whole actor strike. I had to do Uber, I had to do a lot of things that, you know, just common things, but that teaches you that like, yo, stay humble, stay gritty, and keep on working and keep having the dedication to be the greatest you can possibly be. And like I said, I don't put no pressure on nothing. I just keep on being the best human I can be. And then at the end of the day, whenever God wanted me to have it, that's when he wanted me to have it. And now we here, you know what I'm saying, for sure.
Come on now.
Yeah, so now I'm prepared though for the moment though. Now when it's here, it's like, I'm not like, oh, what do I do now? It's like, I'm prepared now because I've been preparing my whole life.
I love that answer, man. And I feel like, you know, Roy and Tariq, I feel like these roles were like literally handcrafted and made for you guys. But I'm gonna come to you first because Roy wasn't necessarily made for you. So can you give us the backstory of how you got into this role?
Well, when I saw the part, I was like, it is made for me, for sure. Because when I saw the part, it was just like, it reminded me of my college days. I was kind of, you know, we had fun. We had a lot of fun. It was wild. So when I saw this part, they wanted me to audition for other parts though. They wanted me to audition for the driver. They wanted me to audition for this other guy. And I was like, nah, I want this guy. Because I knew he'd be polarizing. And even learning from him, it's like you want to have a character that gets the people going for real and creates dialogue and creates conversation. If you're gonna do it, we're gonna have to do something. You wanna create some conflict and definitely create some dialogue about the character, whether it be good or bad. At least you're moving the needle. So when I saw this character, I saw the description, I was just like, and I saw it was on Netflix, and I was like, yeah, I need that for sure. For sure, I need that for sure. Cause it's so crazy, bro. Cause like I said, being on Netflix is a big thing. I had other movies that I had done. I did a movie with J.K. Simmons and Stephon James, two actors that are really extraordinary in their craft. Went to the movie theaters, it really didn't do that well. But then it hit Netflix. Everybody, like, I don't watch your movie, twin. I watch your movie. They watch my movie now, it's on Netflix. I had another movie called The Re-Education of Molly Singer. No one watched it when it came out, but when it hit Netflix, everybody had their phone out and taped me and tagging me. So in my mind, I was like, I need to be on Netflix. So when I saw it come across my desk and my agent saw it, we was like, yo, Tyler Perry at Netflix. I'm like, hey, series regular, we need to try to get this. And then when I saw the character description, it seemed ordained. I'm not even gonna lie to you. But then I went through the audition process and it was a pretty long process, a 3-week process, but you know, you're close, but no, you didn't get it. And then they're like, is Julian available? Back and forth, and long story short, by the grace of God, agent called and said, I got it. So now we here, you know, for sure.
For sure. Now, is it true that originally though, the role was for Shannon Wallace?
Yeah, it's so funny. 'Cause I was
Who
tell-
actually plays the driver in the show?
Yeah, I'm telling the story to him. Like, yo, you gotta believe this, bro. I'm like, yo, I'm going back and forth. And him and Crystal laughing. Like not like laughing like being snarky, but just laughing like he don't know. And then he told me after, he was like, bro, originally I was gonna play Roy type stuff. I'm like, oh, you gonna play Roy?
Really?
Yeah, and because, like I said, they had done a movie called Divorce in the Black, and Tyler, had, given it to Shannon and things of that nature. But then Shannon wanted another part, and at the end of the day, that part became available, and the rest is history, for real.
Man, that's amazing, man. Being ready, man. Come to you too, Michael. Like, I feel like Tariq again was like made for you. Just give us the backstory on how you came into that role.
Man, the first thing I remember about that role was that they told me that it was gonna be executive produced by 50 Cent. And I was just like, oh yeah, I'm in. Like,
Yeah, facts.
whatever I need to do, self-tape, we gotta go in, whatever. Just
Yeah.
make sure they get my audition. And then I did my audition, months go by, and then they call me like, yo, table read, this and that. I'm like, so y'all ain't even gonna tell me that I got it. Like my team didn't tell me I got it, nothing. Like they just told me I have a table read for Power, like probably a few months after audition. And then I went to the table read and I saw everybody. I saw 50, I saw Courtney, I saw everybody at the table. I'm like, damn, this is real. Like, it's about to be real. Like, I'm working with 50. Like, that was the most, like, that was really what I was excited about the most. Like,
For sure.
working with 50, that's been my idol since I was like 9. I get in trouble for listening to 50, like, when I was little. I got in trouble for wearing do-rags and stuff, you know what I'm saying? So, like, off rip, I was hyped. And then we got to the table read. I'm like, finally meet 50. I meet everybody. I meet Omari. And then from there, it's just, like, history. They took me in, like I was their, like, their son on set. And then I literally, from then, I just grew up with them. I literally just grew up. I grew up half of my life with them, and then, I just learned so much from them, just being on the set with Grace, like Omari, all the time. Like, I'm literally sharing the set with him all the time. I'm on set with him 8 hours a day as a little kid. I'm learning so much. So it's definitely a blessing. It's definitely a blessing. I definitely didn't expect it to go from what it started from to, going to a whole spinoff and everything. So it's definitely been a blessing. Always trying to stay ready too, like even I remember the first time they told me that I was gonna have the spinoff, I didn't even believe them. We was on set filming for season 6 of Power, and then 50 comes to me, he's like, yo, after this is over with, like you gonna have to get ready, like you gonna have your own shit. Yeah. 50, like he always like just be trolling, like, he always joking around or something. I'm like whatever, bro, like all right, like whatever. Then 2 weeks after we filming for season 6 of Still, Courtney Kemp comes to me and tells me the same thing. I'm like, oh. So now it's real, And that's when it really dawned on me, like, damn, like the pressure is really about to become like some shit. And then after that, I was just like, yeah, I just gotta get ready. Like he said, you gotta just stay ready.
Nah, for sure, man, because again, you on it, you was a important role, starting as a kid on the original Power. And then I don't think anybody was expecting you to take you took the Power franchise to a whole nother level when you stepped into your own, so being ready, man.
That's the biggest thing, you just gotta be ready, because I couldn't even tell you, like, I expected half of the workload that they gave me, after season 2 and 3.
Yeah.
So it's just like, they told me, like, in the beginning of the season, they always give you, like, your character arc and everything. They tell you where you start in the beginning and where you're gonna end up in the end of the season. And for season 4 or season 3, they gave it to me. I'm like, I ain't never even got one of these before. Like, I've never gotten a character arc up until season 4 or season 3. So once I got that, I knew it was real. I knew it was lit. I was like, all right, I'm ready now. So that's just what it was. I was ready.
What's been the biggest challenge, not just personally, but business-wise, for you and all of you guys? So I think for me, man, my biggest challenge right now, I think personally, is the balance. I'm a father. I'm working, traveling back and forth. So I think, I got my son on set today. I think the biggest thing for me has been the balance and not getting that guilt and, constantly being away, constantly on the move. So I'm curious, Jay-Z, I know you're a father as well. What's kind of just been your biggest challenge, personal and business-wise?
Oh, man. I think the biggest challenge for me is, like, being a parent, but not actually, like, a family that lives together. So, your kids don't live in the same house with you. It makes you had to really, really find this time and carve that time out to be with them, or you gotta, like, incorporate that in your life. And my first child, I kind of was able to move around it, but my second one, I feel like I missed a lot of things with my first child that I didn't want to miss with the second one. So taking her to school in the morning and picking her up from school and just being around her more because we don't live together, it definitely, that's a challenge. Yeah.
Man, how do you balance that? Like, you know, I know you're traveling a lot, you still trying to be that father figure. How are you in this, you know, as you're moving on into next year, what are some ways you're gonna continue to kind of just balance that?
I mean, with my first daughter, she basically let me know, like, she's the one that made me realize, like, I mean, I knew who I was, but she was the one that really made me realize, like, who I really am. Like, it was like she was doing this soccer game or something she was having, and I was, like, debating if I was gonna go because I had a session. And, you know, having a session means the studio. And my daughter was like, she was like, you ain't gonna come? And I'm like, I don't know, I got a session. And she was like, don't you own the studio? Ain't it your session? Like, don't you control the session? Ain't you the producer? And she was just really like breaking it down to me. And I'm like, oh shit, you're right. But I mean, you know, like we be moving so much, it's like we be trying to make sure we stay on point in the business side and this, that, and third. But she made me realize, like, you gotta turn them boxes and make them move to how you want them to move. And a lot of times people make you feel like you being too bossy, but I am a boss. You know what I mean? And that's what you have to face the person that's in the mirror at some point and really, really live out to be the person that you are. If you a boss, act like a boss and boss up and make sure you take care of everything that need to be taken care of.
No, absolutely. And it's funny, man, like, you know, you're a legendary career. You guys are legends in the making. Yo, kids really don't give a F about none of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's sitting here, it's like, yo, this is my soccer game. Like, I can care less about your studio session. So I find it funny how our children can always just keep us honest and humble.
I don't know if she didn't care. I think she was just like, I think it goes back to what we was talking about. When you young, your focus is different than as an adult, man. You see things as what you should be doing. And that's what she saw. She saw it as like, I hear what you're saying, but this is what you should be doing. And if I was, you know what I mean, almost like if I was the boss, I'd tell them they gotta wait. And I was just like, okay, you know what? You're right. Maybe I should, you know what I mean? But it's like, you know, because I walk a line where I'm not trying to be like a diva. You know what I mean? Like, I'm trying not to be so like, oh, I need this, you gotta go do this. I'm trying to not be that type of person.
Yeah.
But at some point, it is who it is. You know what I mean? You are who you are, or you need to back up and be somebody else. So at some point, you got to step into that role and be who you're supposed to be.
For sure. Drew, I come to you next, man. What's probably been the biggest challenge?
Personally, bro, being a new father, I have a daughter that's 3 years old. I mean, I have a great support system. I ain't gonna lie to you. From my partner, my girl, she does a great job. From my parents to her parents, we have great support. So if I did need anything, I need any help or anything like that, they got it too. Because I am traveling more often now since the show is popping and things of that nature, but at the end of the day, they always got it. So I'm blessed to not have to go through many challenges personally. I mean, really right now, the only challenge I would say, honestly, is like trying to go into a different sport, which is music. And translating my persona to go into music and getting that attention, the same attention I got from the show, to go into the music. And I'm seeing now it's not like that. They see you as Roy. So it's like, when you go into the music, they really don't give a shit about the music. We want to see you as Roy. So I think that's the biggest challenge right now. Just going into the music industry is just like, translating that viewership into going into my music and going into my productions and things of that nature. So yeah, that's what I would say.
For sure, man, and congrats on that, man. The video, I
appreciate
saw the
you.
new music video, man. It's amazing, man. So
appreciate
you
you.
actually directed it, EP'd it, and produced it, right?
I creative directed it.
Okay.
I got my homeboy Tariq St, who goes by Spike Reed, to direct it. I EP'd it, I casted it, I wrote the script for the little short film part, and yeah, bro, and produced the record.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm just trying to kill 5 birds with 1 stone, bro, and be a businessman, like JD said, be a boss with it, and do my acting as well, and just kill 5 birds with 1 stone, for sure.
Absolutely. Michael, what you think is the biggest challenge?
I think the biggest challenge for me personally was just like, I'm still facing it like to this day. It's just like, even before Power ended, I was always thinking like, what else? Like, what's next? You know, like, how am I gonna get them to look at me differently? You know, cause, you know, they look at me like Tariq for such a long time. It's like, what's next? But even like he said, even like down to the music, like I make music too. Like I produce, I make beats, and I just really like, I'm just figuring out how to like monetize it in a way to where I still enjoy it, you know what I'm saying? Cause like I've been doing music before I was an actor, you know what I'm saying? Like I fell in love with music when I was like 4 years old. So it's always been like something fun to me, you know what I'm saying? So like as I got bigger like in the acting industry, like a lot more artists started to know who I was, you know, and then like once they figured out I make beats and everything, like they're like, yo, like send over some beats. But after a while it kind of just felt like a job, bro. It's just like it's like I stopped, like I wasn't making beats for like the fun anymore. I was making beats because this artist was like, yo, bro, I need some beats. You know what I'm saying? So it was like stuff like that kind of just like made me fall back from it and kind of like really like figure out like, yo, like I'm gonna start doing this for the love again rather than just like, you know, just trying to make music with a whole bunch of different people. Like whoever I make music with out of just strictly love, then that's who it is. But you know, it's just like really just trying to navigate like what else am I gonna do with the platform that I was given, you know? So that's really the struggles. But I wouldn't say it's even a challenge or a struggle. It's just like, you know, it's just growing, you know, and just like just gotta figure it out. Like you said, evolving and building. So I wouldn't even call it a challenge. I think it's all necessary, all essential, man.
Nah, for sure. And speaking of evolving and building, man, I feel like you've built this empire in music, right? And, you know, I always say, like, when it comes to, like, the Berry Gordy's, and you think about, you know, these all-time people who were, like, the grandfathers of music, you were there as far as, like, your impact and the people that you've given us timeless hits for so many summers and influenced the game in so many different ways. I'm curious, do you feel like you get the respect you deserve with your career?
Somewhat, some, and some not. You know what I mean? I think that it's all contributed to the youth of, you know, starting so young. You know, I was like, it's hard to even talk about it in this day and time because it don't even seem real. But like he was just saying, he make beats. I was the youngest producer to have a #1 record on Billboard, like as on the Hot 100, at least a rap record anyway. Like them type of stats, nobody even like, they don't even be like focused on that because people don't want to focus on it because, like I said, it's a young person's thing. It's like and I feel like a lot of my success that was like that type of stuff, it happened when I was like, I wasn't even 21 years old. You know what I mean? So it's like, you know, we in a business where people can't really compete and compare themselves to what it is you're doing, they don't even talk about it. They try to like talk about something else, like Michael Jordan. Like, you know, don't nobody ever want to really talk about. They want to compare themselves, but when you start talking about the wins, everybody they start moving the goalposts. Like, it's about how many wins he got. Like, you could talk about the sneakers, you could talk about whatever you want to talk about. The man quit. He quit and came back and won again, right? When you start talking about them stats, the conversation completely changes, right? Then people start talking about he ain't play nobody, and then man, listen. Ain't nobody doing what Michael Jordan did, right? That's the bottom line of the situation, right? I could say that about me. Ain't nobody doing what I was doing. You know what I mean? As far as like a young person in a city like Atlanta, damn near putting the city on his back and trying to like really, really move it. But I mean, I feel like that's what happened. It's just like I'm in a position where it's a very competitive sport. But when you start bringing up the stats, they want to move the goalposts. So. You know, I'm used to it at this point. I don't even really trip on it. I just keep focused on what I'm trying to do.
For sure. And I think not even the stats, I think the influence speaks alone. I even saw an interview where you was like, you know, you kind of made Hov popular in the South. You know what I mean?
I didn't say that, but yeah. I ain't say, I mean, but you know, I mean, I do, like, you know, Hov my man, so I don't want, people be taking these things the wrong way, but I am from College Park. I'm from Atlanta, like, right? And we have to look at it for what it is. The way rap was designed and the way rap was created from the time that I was in it. A lot of people from the South didn't listen to Northern rap music. You know what I mean? If they did listen to rap music, it was like Run DMC, Houdini, Curtis Blow, these guys like this. At the time when I did Money and Thing, Jay-Z was still like an underground rapper almost. He wasn't like the Jay-Z that people know. So then like, Can't Knock the Hustle, I don't even think that song was on the radio in Atlanta, right? So for me to have a song where I took a part of a record that wasn't even on the radio in Atlanta, that's another thing. Like, Atlanta's a city where rap music, like Jay-Z or Nas or, you know, these type of artists, you had to really be into rap in order to know what this was, right? If you was like a regular person in this city, of course you never heard of Jay-Z before I Made Money or anything. Because there wasn't no reason for you to. You know what I mean? It wasn't nothing in the city that was putting the focus on it. You know, I think like, I made that song and then the radio stations in Atlanta started playing a song featuring Jay-Z. So it's like, who is, you know what I mean? Like, almost like, who is this guy? But it was just like the timing situation more or less than anything. I was really into rap. A lot of people in the city weren't, hip hop wasn't even a thing in Atlanta like this.
Yeah, no, that's real. That's real. And we talking about the influence, man. I think, you know, we can't talk influence in you in Atlanta without Magic City.
Yeah.
Of course, man.
Yeah.
You know, we was talking about the wings earlier, brother. Good wings. Elite wings, you know what I mean? So, man, just speak about how the culture has embraced you when it comes to Magic City and this new documentary that you have now.
Yeah. I mean, that's my goal, is like to try to like make sure that people understand like the culture of Atlanta, period. So I started off I did the Freaknik documentary first on Hulu, and then I came back and we just did the Magic City documentary. These two things is just like, I feel like these are cultural moments and cultural things that really, really mean something in this city. And I think that, you know, the way people have reacted when I said I spent $10,000 every time I went to Magic City, that in itself shows me how much of our culture that people don't actually know. Like, spending money is just a thing. If you're gonna go to Magic City, you can't just go. You can go in there and don't spend no money. But you know, it just ain't. It don't feel like you even need to be in there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like going to the mall during Christmas time. If you ain't got no money, then don't go to the mall during Christmas. Like, what you doing? You just walking around watching everybody else spend money. That ain't fun.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You bringing it on yourself. So it's the same thing. It's like, don't go to the club. You know what the club about. JD somebody got 10,000. Okay, well, this dude over here got 100, and this dude over here, it's like, you know what I mean? It's just what it is, and it's part of this, just a part. It's like car culture, right? If you in a car club and you got a Jetta, right? Everybody got these Jettas and everybody got these BBSs on there. You can't, you know what I mean? It's just part of it. You're gonna get you a Jetta, you wanna paint your car so you can get into the club. It's the same type of atmosphere. It's just an adult, club culture.
For sure. I'm curious, man. How much have y'all spent in Magic City?
Me?
I seen them in a couple of clubs, not just Magic City. I seen them in a couple of clubs.
50 paying you well, brother. I know the power checks going to good use.
I seen them in a couple of clubs. He's spending, I seen him.
The most I ever did like in one night was like 25, but that was like
25,000?
Yeah, say it again.
25,000, not 2,500,
I don't know
25,000.
why I did that though.
Say it again. Say it again so everybody can hear it, so they don't just look at me like I'm crazy. This man, how old are you?
25. At the time, I was
25,
like
and he
22.
spent 25. Yeah, I'm talking about.
Hey, I love that for you.
Yeah.
Clear say it was a good night, right?
It was fun. We had a little wars. It was lit.
I mean, the wings are really good, so I can see why you spent,
That wasn't in Magic City though. It wasn't Magic. Most I probably spent in Magic City was like 10, 12.
10 to 12,000.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, see, there we go. Y'all can stop talking about me.
Julian, I'll come to you, man.
I'm embarrassed to say they kill me. I'm in rookie numbers. I'm on some rookie shit.
I wish I would've stayed in
I'm
rookie,
on
to
some
be
rookie
honest
number.
with
Because me, when I go to the strip club, I'm not really a thrower. I don't really throw, make it rain and stuff. I really just want to dance or two. And a drink. And I might say like $100. I'm cheap.
Hey, that's
So, baby, let me explain something to you. Let me explain something to you. Let me explain
But
something.
sometimes it might be some. I spent some, like thousands is the most I've ever spent.
So I gotta ask, man, we had Saucy Santana on the show, and he talked about Magic City. Now we asked him where he was gonna be Christmas Eve for the holidays, and he said he be gonna be Magic City. He said that thing be rocking on the holidays. I thought that was crazy and wild to say. I ain't never been in a strip club on Christmas Eve or Christmas Day. I've never thought about that in my life.
think I ever
But since
been
you kind of like the strip club connoisseur, is that a thing on holidays in Atlanta to be in a strip club?
If I'm not mistaken, last year, Christmas Eve was on Monday. And Monday is Magic City night. So, and on Christmas Eve, everything closes in Atlanta at 8 o'clock. except for Magic City. So I'm saying, where you gonna go? What you gonna do? I mean, Christmas Eve, if you're not a father that's setting up toys and trying to play like Santa Claus, what else are you doing? Like, what else is there to do? It's nothing else to do. Like, literally, I'm not saying like you just gotta go there, but I'm saying like, if your family ain't came in town.
That's true.
You know, you gotta think about, I mean, I'm not talking about like this ain't a family man thing. We talking about people that.
Still opening gifts and just that out of the
We talking
tree,
about the guys that probably won't get but like one gift.
Yeah.
We talking about people that don't have no whole bunch of family. They family is the streets. You know what I mean? It is what it is. So, you will be surprised. That Monday, that Christmas Eve is popping in there.
Magic. Christmas Eve.
Nah, and I saw where Magic City, they out in Japan now, or
Oh, they was out there. They did a pop-up.
yeah. So like, how cool is that to see like how far the culture is like gone? You know what I'm saying? All the way out there in Japan, they got Magic City popping out there.
I mean, you know what's crazy is I was sitting here thinking about it when he did the intro about him working, and he was saying all he wanted to do was work with 50 Cent. It's the magic of the music and hip hop culture, what it does and how it makes people feel. It's not surprising to me. Like Japan should be everywhere. As obvious as it should be, corporate America don't pay attention to it like that. They don't see it like that. They don't get caught up in like, you know what I mean? Some reason they don't see it. These people don't realize like how powerful this hip hop culture is, right? And if somebody can get in corporate America and flip the switch a little bit, how much more dominant it could be. Maybe I think people might be scared of that, but at the same time, it's like you just look at it. You just, like I said, listening to you say you couldn't wait to work with 50, Magic City popping up in Japan. I'm happy to see it because now it should make other people who had doubts of me doing the documentary look at it and understand like the dominance of like culture. Yeah. It's not like Jermaine's obsessed with naked women. It's like, this is life, man. This is what's going on, and this is our culture, right? Just the culture of Atlanta. It's other cities that got, you know, LA got gangbanging and lowriders and dickies and this, that, and the third. You don't say nothing about that because we done got so used to it. I'm just trying to make sure people get used to what we talking about out here in Atlanta.
Nah, for sure. I think you just said it, man. That emphasizes the importance of us being in these positions, executives in power. It just stresses that even more. Like, we don't have that, and that's why they don't pay attention to the culture, you know what I'm saying? So I think that's dope when you see what TPS is doing here in Atlanta, when you see what Fifth is doing in New York, getting black people paid, brother. You know what I mean? Like, you know, you just dropped 25,000 in Magic City. You know what I'm saying? He getting black people paid, man. So just kind of speak to like the legacy with, you know what I'm saying, what Fifth is doing with the movie and then with TPS.
What Tyler's doing, bro, is he gets a lot of respect, bro, but I think he deserves even more, bro, what he's done and how he's put so many people on the color. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, the legacy that he's still building, the groundwork that he's done, to see where he's come from and to see that he did it by his way is remarkable to see. And to work with them and to hear so many stories, so many numerous stories about like people who weren't getting the righteous pay that they deserved and stuff. And then when they work with Tyler Perry, they get more than they ever could imagine. It just shows how he is as a person, how he is as a businessman, and to work with him is a true blessing, bro. It really is. I know people say this, that, and the third, but like to see what he's done for black culture, bro, and to see what he's done for black actors especially, I don't take it for granted one bit. And I really just like to see what he's doing with Netflix and everything he's done for my life. He's changed my life completely. So I got to give him his flowers, and it's just a grateful opportunity to work with him for sure. And I don't take it lightly at all.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm gonna go off what he said. You know, 50 literally changed my life. You know, from literally just looking up to him as an idol to him being literally like a father figure in my life. You know, like any problem, anything I'm going through, I could call him. He'll answer like this, and we'll be on the phone for hours. Trust me, we'll be on the phone for 2-3 hours talking about one thing. But he's not gonna get off the phone until he thinks that that I really fully understand where he's coming from, and all of that. So it's like he said, he changed my life. He's like a father figure to me, and you know, he's giving black people jobs. You know what I'm saying? And that's really the biggest thing. You know, he creates his own narrative. You know what I'm saying? He creates jobs for people. He creates his own jobs. He writes his own checks. So it's like looking at that, you know, you can't be anything but inspired. So. Yeah, that's big. It's big.
Nah, for sure. Now, we got these cameras rolling, man. I want you to put it to rest. Power versus BMF. We've had Da Vinci on the show. You know what I'm saying? He spoke his truth. You know, shout out to Da Vinci.
Man, Da Vinci know what's up himself, man. Like, he just gonna say it them because he on the show, but he know the superior is over here, man. Like, I'm sorry, Da Vinci, if you're gonna see this, like, in the future. I'm not sorry, because you know how I'm coming anyway. Like, you know what it is. But, yeah, you know, it speaks for itself. BMF cool, though. Like, it's cool. Like,
So it is like a friendly competition.
yeah, super friendly competition.
So cool, man. We're rounding out the year, man, going into the holiday season. All you guys are having a great year. Julian, I'm gonna come to you first, man, because again, like, you know, you're coming from I'll call it a blue collar celeb. You know, you're coming from, you know, the grind, and now you're on the other side of things. With that comes a lot, man. Family members start hitting you up. They want free things. The holidays is coming up. So for you, this is probably like the first Christmas where you're coming in. You top dog now. Yeah. How does it feel? How is it like with family and friends?
It's a little bit of pressure, because at the end of the day, they do know that I have this position now. But at the end of the day, I think God gives his strongest battles to the strongest soldiers. And what comes with great power, some Spider-Man shit, great power comes great responsibility, for real. So at the end of the day, it's like, would I rather be that person or be this position? I'd rather be in this position 10 out of 10. So at the end of the day, to be able to help people, to be able to be the foundation of how people get certain things, I'll take that job any day of the week. It's pressure, but at the end of the day, it's good pressure.
Absolutely.
It's good pressure to have, so I definitely appreciate it. And I'm just honoring God's investment, bro. I'm just doing what I can to honor God's investment, whatever he gives me, amplifying it, and at the end of the day, that comes with it, so be it.
And your daughter, man, to see you go from just being strictly, go ahead.
No, I was just honoring God's investment. I like that.
Yeah,
continue.
It's all good, man. Your daughter, man, to see you're in dad mode with her, but now she's seeing you on screen too.
Yeah.
So what's that dynamic been like?
She just says dad. She don't give a shit. That's all she's saying. Like, who's that dad? I don't give a shit. She just wants to be, you know, at the end of the day, taken care of, and eat good, and at the end of the day, you know, do her thing. But yeah, she notices it. But at the end of the day, I'm just blessed to, you know, be on TV so she can say dad. So that's really all it is.
Nah, for sure. I'm curious, and all you guys can kind of chime in, the position you guys in. We talk about family, friends, and pressure during the holiday season. Being that you guys are ultra successful, do you ever feel that weight to be like the pallbearer for the whole family and keeping everybody, you know what I'm saying, together?
I really feel that mostly just from like my little cousins, like just the little ones, you know, like I feel like the elder people in my family, they never really put too much pressure on me. Cause even before anything started happening for me, like my family never really was, like they never really wanted for much, like, you know what I'm saying? They weren't rich or nothing, but they just were like, they were just simple. Like they were happy with, you know, with what they had. So they never really gave me too much pressure as far as like, oh, we're gonna get this and that when it's Christmas coming. Like all of that stuff is like, it's whatever. Like if I do it for them, it's a plus, but they never really care, like, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it's a blessing, you know? And then just being able to just put the smile on the young one's face, that's really what it is for me. Like the elders, they gonna get what they gonna get, you know? I'm gonna take care of them, of course, but I really love seeing the young ones just like being happy, you know? Just getting them little stuff here and there, and it's just like seeing them, they faces light up, you know? That's kind of like one of the most important things to me, like my little cousins. Like, I love taking care of my little cousins. Yeah. But the older family, they gonna be taken care of regardless for sure, but the little ones is like, that's why I love them, yeah.
Nah, I love that, man, I love that. JD, come to you, man. What's that dynamic like for you in the holiday season, man, with the family?
I mean, I used to try to be like the guy that like plays Santa Claus to everybody. But, you know, like I said, when my kids, when I got a second daughter, it became like all about the kids. It's all about, you know, my kids. At Christmas, that's what it is. It's not really about anybody else. Long as I got them focused, that's Christmas for me. I could take y'all to dinner and do whatever, you know what I mean? It ain't really like, it's really about my kids at that, but it used to be a situation where I used to be trying to like have an office party and have giving out gifts to all my employees, and you still, you know, you try to do that, but like I said, the scheduling, like time-wise, you just say it becomes impossible. Yeah. You know what I mean? And then people want to stop working during Christmas. For sure. So it's like, that's that part. I don't adjust well with people wanting to stop working. You know what I mean? You want to stop working, but you want Christmas. Then wait, what? Oh, you know what I mean? So it's like, I'm trying to work you, and you trying to you be on vacation and all of this. So it's like, it just became like a thing where I just like, okay, focus on what Christmas is for you. Just it's a time where I can actually spend time with my kids, both of them at the same time. Mm-hmm. Something that never really happened because we live in separate houses. So that's the only time that I get that time. You know what I mean? Try to figure out that time. So that's what I just start focusing on.
Nah, for sure, man. So again, like we talking about holidays, man. We got some questions here. I want each one of you to pull a card and read it, and we'll get everyone to react. Okay? Talk about this holiday season.
Let's see. Will we see any of you soft lunching this holiday season?
That's a good question. I mean, I kind of already did soft lunch. You know what I mean? I'm already out there. I jumped off a cliff recently, so I'm out there. You know what I mean? But I'm standing on business though. I'm standing on business. You know what I mean?
What was your soft lunch?
Huh?
What was that?
My soft launch, you know what I mean? I put my relationship, on front for you, soft launch, you know what I mean? So I'm standing on it. I'm standing heavy, you know what I mean?
What's going on with you?
I'm chilling. No, they ain't seeing no matching PJs for me this year. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I can put this card down.
Who about you? That was Roy answering the question.
Whoa, I mean.
You had a great support system.
Yeah, I have a great support system. I do have a great support system.
So that's what you said.
I do have the great support system.
Yeah.
I have a great support
You gotta
system.
go and lunch it off, man.
I do.
Y'all just gonna leave me standing on the island. It's cool. I stand here loud and proud.
No, facts. What time should Thanksgiving dinner start?
Good question.
So I feel like for us, they don't start till like 6, 7 o'clock, which get me hot. Cause you know what I'm saying? We in the crib waiting.
Yeah.
I think it need to start at 1 p.m.
Yeah.
1 p.m.?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So then we going like Thanksgiving brunch. Thanksgiving brunch type vibes.
Yeah.
See, I like dinners though, like
Yeah, me too.
late night, like it's
Yeah.
dark a little bit outside, you see through the windows, a little gloomy and stuff.
Oh nah, that's too long. That's what I'm saying. Like that's gonna force half your family to go to Magic City because
Are
they
y'all
ain't gonna be
outside
hungry.
for New Year Eve or in the house? We outside. I don't know. It's New Year's Eve though. It's like, what are you doing in the crib?
Nah, facts. It really depends
Like
on
even
what's
if you're
happening.
not
Yeah,
even
yeah,
doing
yeah,
nothing
yeah.
crazy, at least just enjoying some air with the
facts.
fellas or something. I don't know. In the
Lately, I've been
house,
having like little gatherings at my crib.
Even that too,
Yeah,
like,
it's
even
little
that too.
gatherings, little intimate gatherings.
see, I like that
Yeah.
until the gathering is done. Then you got to clean up
I know,
everything.
Exactly.
Then you got to
That is
restock.
True. That is true.
It's like, bro,
I don't mind it though. I don't
it's
mind-
cool.
Yeah,
I don't even mind the aftermath.
Yeah, facts. But it'd be fun though. Little gatherings be fun.
Yeah,
for sure.
nah. I don't
Might
think
be
it's a
outside.
matter if. I think it's a matter of where you're gonna be. Where you gonna be New Year's Eve?
Oh man, I don't know. I gotta figure it out. I mean, every year I'm trying to be somewhere where it's like fun, like really fun, not like depending on me to have fun.
Mm-hmm. This is the JD. What is the ultimate Christmas song? And do we have a Thanksgiving song for the culture?
Well, I mean, the ultimate Christmas song is Mariah Carey. All I Want for Christmas.
For sure.
And I'm vegan, so my Thanksgiving song, yeah, we do have a vegan Thanksgiving song, where somebody took the little peas and yeah, we got that. We got a little song, but yeah, I mean, my Thanksgiving is different than y'all's probably.
Okay.
It's all a lot of vegetables and no turkey and yeah.
Okay. I dig it. I think for me, the Thanksgiving song, I feel like Thanksgiving night, Temptations, they put on this Christmas. I feel like when you hear that, in my mind, I feel like that's like the signature to know, all right, we going into Christmas. Like, that's like the official transition. Kind of like on Halloween when they drop Mariah's song, that's like the signature to know, like, all right, we going into the holiday season for sure.
I definitely say that,
Nah,
yeah.
definitely.
All right, Julian, best Christmas movie of all time.
Best Christmas movie of all time. Sheesh. It's gonna sound crazy, but I like Jingle All the Way. I probably I have never seen that. It's Arnold Schwarzenegger, and he's trying to get this toy for his kid. Him and Sinbad.
What?
Jingle All the Way. It was like when I used to watch that shit so many times when I was a kid. That's one of my favorite Christmas movies.
Okay.
It's an original choice, I think. Yeah, Jingle All the Way.
I don't even know what my favorite.
That's what I'm saying. I had to think.
is.
That's the person that came up for real. Jingle All the Way.
Ah man, like aside from like, cause my memory's shot. Like I don't even remember. Like, damn, I don't know for real. I would have to say like Best Man Holiday or something.
That's not always good too, though.
Yeah, I have to go with that. Like, other than like any like cartoony, like I would have to go with that. Like that I would watch now. I would have to probably go with Best Man Holiday.
Yeah, I watch Christmas Story 100 times.
For real?
Yeah.
Okay.
The kid would get his tongue stuck on the pole. The dad with the stripper pole.
Tripping
Like
though.
the shoot the boy with the BB gun. That movie, I don't care how old we get, that movie, it seems interesting at all times.
Yeah.
Like when I was younger, I ain't even pay no attention to the lamp that the dad had got, and how the dad was looking at it, and it was basically a stripper.
Yeah.
That's basically what it was. Yeah, I mean, that movie it's just a funny movie to me.
Okay.
And I
Friday
just
After Next, too.
keep watching
Friday
that
After
movie.
Next?
I gotta throw it Friday.
See, I feel like they're like the more traditional Christmas movie. Me and you on the same page. I'm like Soul Food, Friday After
I
Next.
gotta
Like
throw
that's
it
the
Friday
vibe
After
I'm looking
Next.
for.
I love Friday After Next.
I mean, I watched Bad Santa 2 yesterday. And that was.
Oh yeah. Nah, that's funny as hell. Yeah, nah, I like that one. For sure. Michael, let me get you to take a card.
All right. How long are you keeping your tree up after Christmas Day? How long did we have the tree up for, like, after last Christmas? I don't even know. It was up for a minute, though. A minute.
Was it warm outside?
It was close.
It
was close.
About March.
Around,
March,
like
yeah.
February, March, yeah. It was a little minute.
March?
Yeah, to March. Yeah.
Like late
I
February.
be chilling.
I think. She really knows, because she's the one that really go crazy for the Christmas tree. I don't, you know. But it probably was like
February?
March though? March?
February, March.
In February? Okay. Guess you can take the last card, Black Man.
For sure. As this year comes to an end, what was the biggest lesson you learned? There's some people who were familiar with you will not be with you when you start reaching unfamiliar territory. So that's what I've seen. It's like the support changes. Shit shifts. Shit shifts, and I've seen that. But that's like I said, it comes with the territory. It comes with the position and stuff. So I think that would be one of the things I've seen and the biggest lesson I learned. But that's cool though, because at the end of the day, the right people that need to be with you, gonna be with you wherever you go on the journey. So I think that's one of the biggest lessons I learned for sure. And that meditation is huge. And we need meditation, for sure. So I would say that.
Nah, I love that, man. Definitely, I think for me, it's like things always work out the way it's supposed to.
Facts.
A lot of times I think you get caught up when certain things aren't going your way, especially in the fields you're in, right? You guys are actually doing the work. So when we don't get the instant results of something that you're doing,
Yeah.
you know, you can get down about that, man. It's a hard game that we play in this industry.
Definitely.
So I think it's understanding that everything happens in due time and the way it's supposed to, man. It's like the lesson that I'm taking in the next year, man, and just embracing that versus trying to force the issue. If something, whether it be a network or whoever, a boss, whoever it may be, if they're not seeing the light, if they're not seeing the vision, I'm not forcing it. It's wherever we're welcome. You know what I mean?
No, it's facts.
Absolutely. Mike, what about you?
I would double down and say, yeah, it was for you, because like, even like through this year, like, you know, I'm auditioning and certain roles, you know, just not for you. And then there was a role that they loved me for, but the whole entire project ended up getting canned. So it's like, in my mind, I'm like, damn, like, am I even supposed to even be like behind the camera right now? Like, you feel me? Like, what, like everything that's like going wrong could possibly be going wrong. Like, you know what I'm saying? So then at the end of the day, it's like, listen, man, if it's not for you, it's not for you. And if it is for you, it is for you. And also something I learned like this year is just like, tolerate a lot less. Tolerate a lot less. I did a lot of tolerating. Gotta tolerate a lot less for your sanity, you know?
That's a fact. JD, what about you?
I got like a reconfirming message this year that I already knew, but it's like I try to like sometimes like bend a little bit and not be so like stuck to it, and that is just that if you know what you want to happen, if you're not vocal about it, it won't happen. You know, sometimes I just be like, okay, let's it feel good. They probably gonna do it the way I want it to be done. But if you know, at least for me, everything that I want to go right, if I don't speak about it, it usually don't happen. And I learned that just like sitting back, like waiting. During the Magic City documentary, was a couple of things that I was just like pissed off about. And I knew if I would have been talking about it prior, it would have been done different. But I thought that I I thought certain people had it in they control, but it ain't even about the people. It's just about like people don't always know what you're thinking about, right? And people don't see life the way that you always see it. So you gotta spew it out. You know what I mean? You can't be quiet and shy and trying to be humble and all of that. I tried my best to do that, but when it comes to this business, you gotta lay it all on the table. It's your life, you know what I mean? And that's the one thing I had to reconfirm, confirm that this is what I gotta do. I'm getting ready,
Facts.
Every time we talk about something, I'm gonna tell y'all exactly what it is. Either you like it or you don't. But I gotta get what I'm trying to get.
Yeah.
You know?
No, absolutely, man. I want to give you flowers, man, because you're definitely an icon in our industry, you know what I mean? And what I appreciate most about you is a lot of times you see our icons, they're detached from the culture when they get to a certain level. You're still a man of the people. You're still accessible. You know what I'm saying? I saw the way you were interacting with my son. You be in Magic City. You still around the people, man. We need that. For us, when we were growing up, man, to look at you, to see what you were doing, man, that shit was inspiring to see. And to be able to still have access to you where you're tapped in on the culture. You're tweeting about things. You're commenting in real time. Yeah. Like, we need that. A lot of times our icons become detached. And I think that's one thing this culture and BET, man, we've always appreciated that about you. So I speak on behalf of the whole network when I say, man, we love you and we appreciate everything that you've done for us, for real. Michael, man, you as well, man. It's crazy. All my cousins, man, was FaceTiming me all week. Brother, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, it's a thing, man. So, like, to see somebody so young, to be so mature, you're literally leading a generation. That shit is dope to see, man. It's inspiring, bro. I want you to understand, bro, the crown that you wear, bro. Wear that shit with pride, man, because you're really inspiring the youth, bro. And we need people like you that's inspiring our youth the right way. You know what I mean? In the world that we live in right now, where everybody's doing everything, you're a positive example of what these young people need to be, man. So I want you to wear that crown with pride, bro.
It means a lot, bro. Right?
Yeah, absolutely. Julian, man, we was already rapping backstage, man. My guy Bobby, man. It's like, to see, again, like, your journey wasn't traditional.
Yeah.
So to see where you're at now, given everything that you've been through, to still lead and go about things the right way, man, it's beautiful to see, man. We met at that party a while back, bro, and I could see the energy. I'm like, wow. I'm like, yo, he really dope in real life, bro. You see people on camera, and then you wonder if they're gonna be the same when you meet them, man. I think it's safe to say, bro, you are 100% authentic, bro.
I appreciate you, bro.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely, man. Nah, I appreciate you guys being here, man. This is a dope conversation, bro. I hope you guys enjoy being here. Man. This is what For the Fellas is about, man. It's about bringing black men together, man, just to have organic conversation and push dialogue that matters. You know what I mean? We live in a podcast era where people just talking. We try to push dialogue that's going to improve the community, man. I think we accomplished that today.
No, facts.
So I want to thank our BET family, everybody backstage. Brittany Taylor, my senior director, who is my partner in crime and keeps me from saying things I shouldn't be saying, you know what I mean? Nah, man, it's a team effort here, man. So for the holiday season, man, I think I'm just thankful for the network. I'm thankful for my team, everybody here. And for anybody watching, know we swinging with you, man. We know this thing called life gets heavy, but here For the Fellas, we're gonna continue to push conversations that matter. The holiday season always can be a great time or a touching time for the community, man. So we hope everybody here on behalf of the BET family enjoys the holiday. We're wishing you nothing but love, happiness, and manifestation into the new year.
What's up, y'all? This is my information or advice to anyone that's trying to get in the music industry. It's important that you need to learn as much as possible from the old and the new, because in the near future, I feel like with all of this AI conversation and AI artists and all of this type of stuff, humans will have a hard life as far as trying to keep up with what is getting ready to happen. And if you're trying to keep up with a computer, the computer's just gonna have information, and the computer's gonna pay attention to the past, it's just gonna have so much more information than you, and it's gonna be hard for you to keep up. That's the best thing, best advice I think I could give somebody is just like, make sure you get all the information that you can have, double check it, go to Google as many times as you need, just get all the information so that you're prepared for this little human versus AI situation that's getting ready to happen.
A word of advice I would give to actors and actresses my age or younger, you gotta walk through the business with confidence. You gotta be confident no matter where you are, no matter how far you are in your career or if you just begin. You gotta be confident. You have to be yourself. You get the furthest in this business is just being yourself. People love authenticity, and that's the most relatable thing, just being yourself and just being confident. And also, when y'all start making that money, make sure you save. Make sure you save a percentage. You have a little fun, a little fun percentage you can spend, but make sure that percentage is small. Keep more, save more, spend less. But stay positive, stay resilient, stay confident, be yourself.
Yo, it's Julian Horton. They asked me, what advice would I give to the people trying to make it out there? Right now, we live in the fastest time in America, fastest time in the world. And before you can get better at this craft, before you can make steps in this craft, you gotta be a better human first and be the best human being you can be. So I would tell everybody out there, pray and meditate. At the end of the day, God has given us tools that we can use in this world to really thrive. That's from the greens he's given us, that's from the breath he's given us. At the end of the day, sometimes we underestimate how imperative a breath is. With meditation, you can get better, you can be more present. At the end of the day, you're gonna have less stress and less anxiety in this world. And at the end of the day, you gotta be the best person you can be to handle this world because the world's chaotic. So before we get to the accolades, before we get to the acting, before we get to the music, we gotta be the best human being we can be. So prayer and meditation, I would definitely implement that in your regimen, and at the end of the day, that's my advice. This is Julian Horton.
That's Jermaine Dupri.
That's Michael Rainey Jr., and you're watching For the Fellas on BET.
What's up? It's your boy, more McIntosh. I'm Brian McIntosh's son, and we are For the Fellas. Yes. We all set for the Fellas. We got people, we got company coming here in a little bit, and I'm gonna watch my daddy interview these people. Jermaine Dupri. What's the other guy?
Michael Rainey Jr.
Michael Rainey Jr.
And Julian Horton.
And Julian Horton. And it's gonna be off the easy.